Thank you for choosing wisdom of the Dharma. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you never miss a new update. Your support helps us keep sharing powerful, life-changing wisdom with the world. And don't forget to drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's grow and learn together. Water, the silent thief or sacred healer? What if I told you? The very thing you use to cleanse your body each day might quietly be draining your luck, disturbing your energy, and even weakening your soul? It sounds strange. Impossible, even. After all, water is life. Water is purity. Water is healing. Isn't it? But across centuries, from the ancient caves of Himalayan monks to the quiet bamboo temples in East Asia, masters of energy and wisdom have passed down a silent warning. Water can either bless you or betray you. It all depends on when and how you use it. Let me ask you this. Have you ever woken up after a late night shower feeling more tired than before you went in? Have you ever felt heavy, anxious, or strangely unlucky for days, and couldn't explain why? You might think it's just stress, or poor sleep, or your imagination. But what if it was the water? Or more specifically, the moment you chose to touch it? In this video, I'll reveal ancient truths that modern science is only just beginning to understand. How bathing at the wrong time can silently strip away your energy, disturb your inner harmony, and even invite bad luck into your home. Yes, your bathroom might be quietly undoing your health, your wealth, and your peace. But don't worry. Because in just a few minutes, you'll not only understand what moments to avoid, but also learn the exact times to bathe to recharge your life force, awaken your spiritual energy, and attract prosperity into your space. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll share a powerful ancient bathing ritual that monks have used for centuries to purify karma, clear heavy emotions, and connect directly with the Dharma of the body. So breathe in and open your mind, because what you're about to discover might forever change the way you see water and yourself. Part 1, the Dharma of water, spiritual meaning and energy flow. Water is more than a liquid. It is memory. It is intention. And when seen through the eyes of Dharma, it is a bridge between the visible and the unseen. In Buddhist teachings, water is one of the 5 great elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Each represents not only a physical aspect of reality, but a spiritual one. Water, in particular, symbolizes compassion, purification, and flow. This is why monks offer water bowls on altars. Not because the Buddha needs hydration, but because water absorbs. Water remembers. And when offered with mindfulness, it becomes a vessel of spiritual merit, a silent prayer made visible. But here's the part many overlook. The very same water that purifies karma can also carry away your life energy if you invite it at the wrong time. Your body, just like nature, flows with its own rhythms. In the morning, your inner sun rises, organs awaken, breath deepens, blood warms. By midday, energy peaks. And by evening, the system slows, moving into rest, stillness, reflection. Every hour, every breath, carries a unique vibration. And water, being the ultimate conductor, does not merely sit against your skin. It interacts with you. It either harmonizes with your current state, or disrupts it. This is why in ancient monasteries, bathing wasn't just a habit, it was a ritual. Monks didn't jump into the stream whenever they felt like it. They waited for the right time, when the sun reached a certain angle, when the wind was still, when their own breath was steady. Because they knew, if the body is water, and the world is water, Then timing is the shore that keeps the soul from drowning. In Feng Shui, water is also the symbol of wealth and energy flow. But too much water, or water flowing at the wrong time, can wash away prosperity, destabilize the mind, and invite confusion. So ask yourself, when you bathe, do you pause first? Do you feel the temperature of your own spirit? Or are you simply rinsing the outside while ignoring the inner tides? In the sections to come, you'll discover how different times of day affect your energy, and why bathing is either a blessing or a burden, depending on when and how you enter that sacred stream. Let's begin the journey inward. Part 2. When bathing becomes dangerous. Hidden risks of wrong timing. Water can be a healer, or a silent destroyer. In the hands of a mindful person, water purifies. It realigns the spirit, recharges the body, and renews the mind. But in the wrong moment, with the wrong intention, water becomes a sharp blade, cutting through your life force without warning. Bathing is not just about hygiene. It is a spiritual act. And like all sacred acts, it demands timing, presence, and awareness. The Midnight Trap, bathing between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. This is the time when yin energy rises to its peak, and yang energy, the fire of vitality, rests deeply. According to traditional Feng Shui principles and Buddhist energy theory, these hours are when the veil between realms grows thin. It's not just that the body is more vulnerable, the spirit is, too. If you bathe at this time, especially with cold water, you're shocking your system just as it enters its most restful, healing phase. What should have been repair and restoration becomes disorientation. Have you ever bathed late at night and felt unease afterward? A strange chill, a restless sleep, or dreams you couldn't explain? You may have unintentionally left your spiritual window open. Many monks and traditional healers agree, do not bathe when the spirit world awakens, for in that silence, your soul may be seen. A story of Lan, a university student, often bathed after midnight to relax after studying. She began experiencing frequent nightmares, strange chills, and even a sense that someone was in the room. After switching to evening showers, her sleep returned to normal. Post-meal bathing, a subtle sabotage. A man named Mr. Kwan, a retired teacher, had a habit of bathing immediately after lunch. He frequently felt bloated and sluggish. A traditional medicine practitioner advised waiting 60 minutes. Within days, his digestion improved noticeably. Right after eating, your body begins a sacred task, digesting, absorbing, transforming food into energy. This process demands blood flow, warmth, and focus within. But when you bathe too soon, especially with cool or hot water, you redirect energy away from the stomach toward the skin and muscles. The result? Bloating, acid reflux, fatigue, or, as one Buddhist teacher once said, a disturbed belly leads to a disturbed mind. Digestion isn't just physical, it affects clarity, patience, and emotional stability. To bathe immediately after a meal is to scatter the fire that should have been centered in the core. Bathing while intoxicated, the most dangerous of all. Perhaps the least known, but most dangerous, mistake is bathing while under the influence of alcohol. A Vietnamese man named Min. One day, he returned home after a wedding party. Min took a hot shower before bed. He fainted in the bathroom, hitting his shoulder. Doctors explained it was a sudden blood pressure drop. Min now avoids bathing on nights he drinks. In Buddhist ethics, avoiding intoxication is not merely a matter of self-control. It is a protection of consciousness. Alcohol scatters the mind. It loosens the aura. It dissolves the invisible thread between spirit and body. To enter water in that state is to enter unguarded. The body is exposed. The spirit is unanchored. There are stories, passed down from rural villages and old temples, of people who collapsed in the bath after drinking, their energy unable to stabilize. And from a medical perspective, the warning is real. Alcohol dilates blood vessels. A sudden shift in temperature from a bath can cause a drop in blood pressure, dizziness, even cardiac arrest. But spiritual teachers warn of something deeper. They say, when you are drunk, your soul floats. And if water surrounds you in that moment, it may carry more away than you expect. Even in jest, old monks speak of this warning. A drunk who bathes at night may wake without his shadow. It is a poetic way of saying, never enter the elemental realm when your awareness is lost. To do so is to become vulnerable to forces you don't even see. Bathing before 5 a.m., interrupting the fire of awakening. Before sunrise, the body is still in a state of transition. Your organs are resting. Your chi, the life energy, is just beginning to rise. A girl named Lisa tried a productivity hack, waking at 4:30 a.m. and showering right away. But she felt cold, foggy, and drained all morning. Shifting her showers to 6:30 a.m. restored her energy and focus. Bathing before this inner fire fully awakens can extinguish it prematurely. In traditional medicine, this can lead to weakened immunity, fatigue, and even joint pain throughout the day. Energetically, it's like watering a field before the sun has had time to warm it. Instead of growth, you create stagnation. So ask yourself, are you bathing to revive? Or to escape? Are you honoring your energy? Or shocking it without knowing? When the body is already struggling, don't push it further. There are moments when the body whispers, let me rest. When you are exhausted, feverish, or just finished intense physical activity, bathing, though tempting, can cause more harm than healing. Bathing when tired. Fatigue is not just tired muscles. It is a sign that your organs, blood, and spirit need inward focus. Introducing water, especially cold, during this state can shock the nervous system, cause dizziness, or even sudden fainting. In Eastern medicine, the fatigued body is considered energetically open and defenseless. Bathing then may drain your remaining vitality, leaving you weaker, colder, and emotionally fragile. Bathing with a fever. Fever is the body's sacred fire. It is the immune system at work, burning away toxins. But if you bathe too soon, especially with cold water, you interrupt this natural process, trapping heat and spreading the imbalance deeper. Worse, sudden temperature shifts during a fever can trigger shivering, headaches, or fainting spells, especially in children, elders, or the immunocompromised. Bathing right after exercise. After physical exertion, your blood vessels expand, your body is hot, and your muscles are recovering. Bathing, especially with cold water, tightens vessels too quickly, risking cramps, low blood pressure, or even blackout. From a spiritual angle, you've just stirred powerful life force. To rush into water is to disrupt that flow before it settles, scattering the very energy you worked so hard to activate. Quan, a construction worker, used to shower right after work. One day, he collapsed from thermal shock. Now he rests for 30 minutes before bathing, and hasn't had issues since. The lesson is clear. Do not use water to force restoration. Use it to support what is already balanced. Before we move forward, take a moment to reflect. Have you unknowingly been bathing at the wrong times, washing away not just sweat and dust, but also peace, fortune, and balance? Because in the next section, we step into real lives, real choices, and real transformations. You'll hear the stories of people, just like you, who changed one simple habit, and watched their energy, clarity, and luck return like never before. Let's continue. Part 3, Real Stories, Lives Transformed by Timing Their Baths. Truth becomes real when it touches someone's life. All the wisdom in the world means little if it stays in theory, written in books, chanted in monasteries, or hidden in ancient scrolls. But once it is lived, even one small practice, done with awareness, can open the gates of transformation. Here are 3 real-life stories of ordinary people who stumbled upon something extraordinary, simply by changing when they bathed. Story 1. The night shower that almost took it all. Trung was a 34-year-old tech entrepreneur living in Ho Chi Minh City. Ambitious, driven, always chasing deadlines, he lived by the glow of the screen and rarely saw the sunrise. His nights were filled with emails, strategy meetings, and programming marathons. He developed the habit of showering after midnight, usually around 1 or 2 a.m., just before crashing into bed. At first, he thought it helped him sleep. But over time, something began to shift. His energy became sluggish. He woke up groggy, no matter how many hours he slept. His skin started to feel cold even in warm rooms. He felt emotionally disconnected. Then came the strange dreams, unsettling, recurring images of drowning, of being watched, of being chased. He consulted doctors, took supplements, meditated, but nothing helped. Until one evening, during a casual dinner with his uncle, a former Buddhist monk, Trung mentioned his bathing routine. The uncle went silent for a moment, then said, "Water is sacred. But if you use it when the world is still, it may carry your spirit farther than you wish to go." He explained the concept of yin and yang, the sensitivity of energy at night, and how bathing in those hours could disrupt internal harmony, especially for someone so mentally active and energetically open. That night, Trung decided to change. He moved his showers to early evening, between 7 and 8 p.m. Within days, the difference was undeniable. The nightmares stopped. His sleep deepened. His morning focus returned. And most surprisingly, his ability to make clear business decisions improved. He now tells his team, half-jokingly, "Fix your code, but fix your shower time first." Story 2. The exhausted mother who kept getting sick. Yang was a mother of 2 young boys, working part-time as a school assistant in a small village in northern South Korea. Her days were full, cooking, cleaning, teaching, and raising kids. By the time her house quieted down at night, she was often exhausted. Still, she pushed herself to shower before bed, believing it was the clean thing to do. The result? She was constantly falling ill. Coughs, colds, sinus infections. Her joints ached in the morning. Her feet were often cold. And no matter how healthy she ate or how many herbal teas she drank, she couldn't shake the feeling of being run down. One evening, an elderly neighbor who practiced traditional healing visited. She asked Yang a simple question. "Do you bathe when your energy is rising? Or falling?" Yang didn't understand at first. The woman explained, "When your body is tired, its gates are open. If you bring in cold water at that time, the wind enters, not just the skin, but the breath, the bones, the mind." It made sense. Yang realized she had been forcing her body to be refreshed when it was begging for rest. She tried a new rhythm. Instead of showering at night, she began bathing after lunch on weekends, or early in the evening on weekdays, when her energy was still strong. Not only did her health improve, but so did her sleep. She no longer woke up in the middle of the night. Her limbs felt lighter. Her mood stabilized. Today, she teaches her children. Cleanliness is good, but timing is wisdom. Story 3. The Salesman Who Was Losing His Luck. Alvin worked in real estate. He had always been a golden hand at deals, charismatic, sharp, and intuitively lucky. But during a particularly stressful month, he found himself working late and feeling unlucky. Clients stopped returning his calls. Deals slipped through. His confidence cracked. Desperate for change, he turned to a Feng Shui master his mother recommended. The master asked detailed questions about Alvin's daily habits, sleep, meals, work, bathing. When Alvin said he showered right after dinner, the master raised an eyebrow. Water at that hour, the old man said, may carry your luck away before it settles in. Alvin was skeptical, but intrigued. He shifted his routine. Instead of showering right after eating, he waited 60 to 90 minutes, sometimes combining it with a quiet walk before bathing. Within 2 weeks, 3 deals landed back in his lap, one from a client who had previously gone silent. Coincidence? Maybe. But to Alvin, it felt like the tide had turned. He began to pay more attention, not just to what he did, but when he did it. He later shared in a podcast. In real estate, timing is everything. I never realized that applied to showers too. The invisible thread. These stories are not magic. They're not superstition. They are reminders that the body is wise and the universe is rhythmic. Water is not just a cleansing tool, it is a mirror of your state. When you bring water into your life with timing, reverence, and awareness, it becomes a sacred partner in your path, not an accidental thief. And perhaps the greatest shift of all is learning to pause. To ask yourself, before the tap runs, is this the right time for my energy to meet water? Will it restore me, or will it wash something away I can't get back? Part 4. The Golden Hours, Transforming Your Bath into a Sacred Ritual. If there are moments when water can weaken you, there are also sacred windows when it can heal you, strengthen you, even bless you. Water is an amplifier. It absorbs the vibration of the moment and carries it into your body. So when your internal energy aligns with the rhythm of nature, bathing becomes not just cleansing, it becomes a ritual of renewal. Let's explore the golden hours, the times when water becomes medicine. Morning bath, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. A wake-up call to your soul. This is when yang energy begins to rise. The sun stretches over the horizon, and the body moves from rest into activation. Bathing during this time invigorates circulation, wakes up the nervous system, and boosts alertness. Cold or cool water stimulates the adrenal glands, raising cortisol levels in a balanced way, giving you mental clarity, not anxiety. From a Feng Shui perspective, this is the time when heaven energy descends into the human realm. Water during these hours clears the residue of dreams, resets your energy field, and aligns your breath with cosmic flow. Practice tip. Use lukewarm or cool water if you're healthy and not overly sensitive to cold. Before bathing, drink a warm glass of water to gently awaken your inner organs. As you wash, visualize the water removing not just physical dirt, but also doubts, fatigue, and any lingering negativity from sleep. Buddhist insight. Some monks chant quietly while bathing at dawn. A single verse, like Sab Sankara Anika, all things are impermanent, becomes a meditation, helping the bather release attachment and enter the day light and clear. Evening bath, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. A return to stillness. As the sun sets, the body naturally slows. Blood pressure lowers, the heart rate softens, and melatonin, your sleep hormone, begins to rise. Bathing at this hour supports deep sleep, relaxes tense muscles, and clears the energetic debris of the day. But more than that, it prepares the mind to let go. All the accumulated stress, overstimulation, and inner friction, let it run off with the water. In both Feng Shui and Buddhist temple tradition, evening water is used to cleanse karma, not just from action, but from thought. Example ritual. Before entering the bath or shower, sit for a minute in silence. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what am I ready to release today? Then step in, not to escape, but to wash it all away, with intention. Optional healing additions. A few drops of lavender or sandalwood oil in warm water. Soaking your feet first in herbal salt water, especially good for energy blockages and anxiety. Gentle massage of the shoulders and neck while bathing. Note of wisdom. Never bathe immediately before sleep. Give your body at least 30 to 60 minutes to cool down and settle after bathing. This helps you fall asleep more naturally and sleep more deeply. The power of timing. Morning showers give you clarity and activation. Evening showers offer release and restoration. The wrong moment can steal your energy. The right one can restore your inner balance. But most people don't ask when they bathe, only how hot the water is. Yet in Buddhist time awareness, even small daily acts are governed by timing. Monastics wake, eat, walk, and bathe in harmony with the rhythm of nature, not personal preference. And the result? Less effort, more energy, greater clarity. Because when you work with nature, nature works with you. In the next part, we'll take this further. You'll learn how to preserve the positive energy you've just cultivated in the bath, and how to avoid undoing it with small, unconscious habits. From how you dry your hair, to what you wear afterward. Even the layout of your bathroom, your post-bath choices matter. Let's keep flowing. Part 5, After the bath, preserving your energy and fortune. The bath is over. The water is drained. But your work is not done. Because what you do after the water leaves your skin is just as important as what you did while bathing. You've just opened the energy gates of your body. You've rinsed away heaviness, tension, perhaps even old thoughts or sadness. But now your system is more sensitive than before, more open, more absorbent. And if you're not mindful, you may accidentally welcome back what you just released. Let's explore how to protect and preserve your renewed state after bathing, through simple, sacred habits. 1. Dry with presence, not just a towel. Most people dry off mindlessly, rubbing roughly, rushing into the next task. But in spiritual practice, how you transition is everything. Gently pat your body dry, don't rub. Move slowly, respectfully, as if honoring a temple just cleansed. Dry your head last, to avoid energetic cutoff between body and crown. In Buddhist symbolism, the crown of the head is where divine awareness enters. When you dry it with calm, you preserve clarity. 2. Never sleep with wet hair. It may sound simple, but energetically, this is a major error. Wet hair holds cold. Cold enters the neck, the lungs, the joints. Over time, this can lead to chronic sinus problems, headaches, stiff shoulders, and weakened immunity. Example, a young meditation student kept waking with brain fog and recurring migraines. Her teacher eventually asked, "Do you sleep with wet hair?" The answer was yes. After changing this one habit, her symptoms diminished. Dry your hair fully before bed, preferably with warm air, not intense heat. Comb slowly, while breathing deeply, as a meditative close to the ritual. 3. Wear clean, soft clothes. You've washed away the energy of the day. Why put it back on? Never wear the same clothes you had on before the bath, especially if they were worn outside, around others, or during stressful moments. Clothing absorbs energy. And just like a dirty sponge, it can redeposit what you've just rinsed off. Choose clean, breathable fabrics. Prefer light colors in the evening, they reflect calming energy. And if possible, wear loose garments that allow your energy to expand, not constrict. 4. Drink something warm. Bathing, especially in the evening, opens your pores and relaxes your core. A warm drink after bathing helps stabilize your internal temperature, supports circulation, and soothes the nervous system. Choose warm water with lemon, morning clarity, herbal teas like chamomile, lotus, or ginger, evening grounding, a pinch of sea salt in warm water, for energetic protection. This step is small, but powerful. In many temple traditions, it is customary to sip warm water after purification to seal the process. 5. Rest before rushing. Don't jump back into stimulation, TV, phone, emails, right after bathing. Let your energy settle. Even 5 to 10 minutes of calm, sitting, stretching, or breathing, allows your nervous system to fully absorb the benefits of the bath. You can try this. Sit in silence, spine straight, palms on your thighs. Close your eyes. Breathe in gently. Breathe out slowly. Say quietly to yourself, I am clean. I am light. I am centered. This isn't just poetic. It rewires your internal dialogue, stabilizes energy, and reinforces the sacredness of your bathing ritual. Post-bath energy protection, optional rituals. For those who are energetically sensitive, or live in environments with heavy qi, urban noise, clutter, emotional tension, you may wish to include light spiritual protection after bathing. Here are a few simple additions. Diffuse essential oils, lavender, sage, Palo Santo. Light a small incense stick and circle it clockwise around your body. Apply natural oil to your chest and lower back, warm coconut or sesame oil for grounding. You're not just protecting your skin. You're shielding your newly refreshed energy field. The bathroom, a spiritual space? In many homes, the bathroom is seen as a mundane or even impure space. But in spiritual practice, it becomes a sacred chamber of transformation. After all, what is purification? If not alchemy? Consider the following upgrades. Keep it clean and clutter-free. Use sea salt or activated charcoal to absorb stagnant qi. Open a window or run a fan after bathing to circulate fresh energy. Add a bowl of lotus petals or a picture of flowing water to uplift the space. This isn't decoration. It's energy design. The true lesson. Bathing is a chance to pause, renew, reset. But how you exit that moment determines whether the shift stays, or evaporates. Don't just dry off. Don't just dress up. Close the ritual with intention. Smile gently at your reflection. Offer gratitude. And walk into the next part of your day, or night, with the lightness of someone who just let go. Because you did. And that's no small thing. Part 6, the spiritual Feng Shui of your bathroom. Before we go any further, if you've found even one insight in this video that resonated with your heart, or shifted the way you see your own space, please take a moment to support this channel, Wisdom of the Dharma. Just by clicking like, subscribing, and leaving a comment like. I honor the sacred space of my home. You're not only helping this wisdom reach more people, you're also affirming a powerful intention in your own life. Together, Let's build a community rooted in peace, clarity, and conscious living. Now, let's talk about a space that most people ignore, but which holds immense energetic power. Your bathroom. Most spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of entryways, altars, bedrooms. But the bathroom? It's often overlooked. Yet, from the perspective of Feng Shui and energy healing, the bathroom is one of the most powerful and sensitive spaces in your entire home. Why? Because water flows here, constantly. And where water flows, energy moves. But if this movement is not guided well, it can lead to drainage of fortune, vitality, and clarity. Let's explore how to transform this simple, functional room into a space of energetic balance and quiet blessing. 1. Respect the water element. In Feng Shui, water symbolizes wealth, flow, and emotional depth. But excessive or uncontrolled water energy can scatter your qi and even impact your financial stability. Your bathroom is the one place in your home where water is both abundant and constantly exiting, through drains, toilets, and sinks. If left unchecked, this can symbolically represent money, energy, or health draining away. Simple adjustments can shift this. Keep toilet lids closed when not in use. Ensure there are no leaks. Dripping taps signify leaking wealth. Add a small earth element, such as a ceramic bowl or stone, to balance the watery energy. 2. Mirror placement matters. Mirrors are powerful reflectors of energy. If placed incorrectly, they can amplify chaos or reflect energy out of the space entirely. One of the most common errors? Placing a mirror directly opposite the shower or toilet. This creates a bouncing effect, where energy cannot settle, and instead becomes scattered or trapped. Instead, place mirrors on side walls, where they reflect light without facing the main water sources. Avoid sharp-edged or overly ornate frames. Rounded or wooden frames are grounding and gentle. Keep mirrors clean and free of cracks, as distorted reflections affect inner clarity. 3. Keep it dry, clean, and minimal. Energetically, a damp or cluttered bathroom traps stagnant qi. Mold, mildew, or even unwashed towels can hold dense energy that affects your mood, health, and even your relationships. Make it a habit. Wipe down walls and floors after bathing. Use ventilation, either through open windows or fans, to keep the air fresh. Avoid storing too many items in your bathroom. Simplicity invites stillness. Consider adding a bowl of sea salt or activated charcoal to absorb excess moisture and energy. A few drops of tea tree or lemongrass oil in a diffuser for energetic purification. 4. Bring in light and life. Bathrooms tend to be closed, dim, and artificial. But qi thrives on light and natural movement. Try these subtle shifts. Open blinds during the day to let in natural light. Use warm, gentle lighting in the evening. Add a small green plant, like bamboo, aloe vera, or peace lily, to invite renewal. If natural light isn't available, use imagery instead. A framed picture of a lotus pond, a serene mountain spring, or a waterfall can symbolically uplift the space. 5. Create a simple ritual corner. If space allows, consider setting up a small spiritual anchor within the bathroom, not an altar, but a quiet reminder of presence. This could be a bowl with floating flower petals, a stone with an engraved word like peace or let go, a small wooden statue of a seated Buddha, placed respectfully and not near the toilet. You don't need candles and incense. You just need intention. This tells your subconscious, this space is not just for cleansing the body. It's for purifying the mind. Final thought, turn habit into harmony. Every time you step into your bathroom, you are stepping into a place of transition. From dirty to clean. From tense to relaxed. From cluttered to clear. Don't let that transition be unconscious. With just a few mindful adjustments, your bathroom can become one of the most energetically nourishing spaces in your home. A space that doesn't just remove what no longer serves you, but one that quietly supports your health, your clarity, and your path forward. Part 7, Final Lessons, Water, Karma, and Everyday Awakening. Water doesn't ask questions. It simply responds. It takes the shape of the vessel. It flows where there is space. And when it meets your body, your breath, your energy, it becomes part of you. That is both a blessing and a responsibility. Because if water absorbs intention, then every time you bathe, you are making a silent statement to the universe. This is who I am becoming. Clean, present, renewed. But as we've explored, timing is not a detail, it is the Dharma. To bathe in the right moment is to align with life's rhythm. To cleanse not only the skin, but also the karma of the day. To move from unconscious habit into sacred ritual. Think of everything we've learned together, that bathing at midnight may open energetic gates you don't want opened. That showering right after a meal can scatter your inner fire. That wet hair and sleep may weaken not just your immunity, but your clarity. And that a bathroom, when honored, can become a silent sanctuary for transformation. These are not just wellness tips. They are teachings about respecting the flow of life. Because the body is not a machine. It is a garden. And water is not just a rinse. It is the rain. If you water the garden at the wrong time, it withers. But if you wait for the right hour, and pour gently, the garden blooms. So what do you want to bloom in your life? More peace? More energy? More wealth, clarity, and presence? Then begin here. With the water. With this body. With this moment. Because as the Buddha once said, if you know the nature of a single drop, you will know the ocean. You don't have to become a monk to live with wisdom. You just have to look at your life, your routines, your rituals, with awake eyes. And if you've reached this far in the video, I believe you're already doing that. If this message touched you, I invite you to reflect. What is one habit you can shift today, from automatic to intentional? And if you feel called, leave a comment below. I choose to live with clarity, from the first drop of water each day. This simple declaration can become your first step into a more awakened life. And don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom of the Dharma, so you'll never miss the next lesson, the next ritual, the next opportunity to turn daily life into sacred practice. Until then, may your water be pure, may your breath be deep, and may your path be guided, drop by wisdom.